All right, let's check the settings here. We're gonna start off with the nudity sensor here. I don't know how much nudity this game has. Do want subtitles, because sometimes I can't understand what people are saying. That looks good. This looks good. Hi. Yep. Controls. Okay, standard controls. Got it. All right, let's get going. Oh man. I hope let me see here.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville. Dr. Jack Hadman is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this
Is the volume
Rose.
okay?
I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time.
What?
No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife.
All right.
Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it.
Man, this
I'm
guy's
not in the best
dramatic.
frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
Okay. Sensitivity seems okay. All right, let's check this out. Hi, this is Kate Brooks, a reporter for the New Orleans Weekly. I couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you are avoiding me, Mr. Hanman. Anyway, as you know, we'd like to write an article commentating your wife's achievements. We would be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I'm also leaving my business card. Hope to find you at your home or at the office. Regards, K. Brooks. Okay. Oh, well, that would have been easier to read. Okay. All right, what's this?
They definitely pay me too little for this.
Oh, I'm a smoker.
Steven didn't clean up after himself.
Oh, Steven. Steven's a smoker, not me. Okay, got it. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing. Let's see. Oh, I like to drink too. Okay. It's a party. I can't hear it. Oh, okay. You can't hear the game? Let me see. Let me look at this. Did you hear that? Do you hear this? The sounds of the mouse going over these options. Do you hear it now? Do you hear this at all? Okay.
Awful. It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine.
God, this guy. I can already tell we're gonna have fun with this guy.
Wednesday. It's not my favorite day, although it's certainly better than Monday.
We're gonna call him Pessimistic Polly.
You won't be needed for the next few months. You won't be needed for the next few months.
If it's not needed, then why is it on? Okay, whatever.
I guess it was in another life.
What? So I'm confused if this is his desk or he's just borrowing
I guess it
it.
was in another life.
Okay. Alright. What else is in here? Nothing. I don't see anything in there. What's this? How to break out of it. Oh man. Okay. We know what he does on his spare time there.
Another kidnapping this month.
This place is awfully dark to be working in the office, man. Huh? Okay. I may have to change the light
Pathology. How to combine the hands of a surgeon, the passion for a good mystery, and an exceptionally strong stomach. Medical University diploma. I didn't know then that I would prefer corpses to living people.
Jesus. This guy. Yeah, your name is Polly now. Pessimistic Polly. That's what we're gonna call you. What is this? Social
Let's
room.
hope I'm not caught short this evening.
Alright.
This place is starting to look like a hoarder's dream, rather than a storage room.
Well,
Pills first, Jack. Pills.
alright. No pills in here. I don't think the pills will be in this nasty ass bathroom, but we can. Man, I really can't see. Let me change the. There we go. I can see a little bit better. Oh, here we go.
Okay. Time to pull myself together
This is a public bathroom too. Why are you leaving your medication there? Jeez.
and get back to work.
And the mirror's broken. Man, what kind of mortuary or morgue or what kind of place
I need
is
to
this?
set the camera
Jesus.
first.
Alright, camera. I think we saw that in this room.
Now remember, Jack, don't forget to hit the record button this time.
Dissecting room. Interesting.
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Oh, jeez. I'm glad I put the old sensor on there. Nudity sensor. Showing some nuts and berries there. Alright.
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
That looks about good. Can I zoom? No.
This should
Okay.
be fine.
Yeah.
November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Let's start.
Tell students what is important. Okay.
Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Nice.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something, like I do all the time.
I wonder if because most people are right-handed, that's why they have this people standing on the right side here.
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
Man, this is a lot, okay.
During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself. Now,
yeah.
onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we?
Police folder. Where is that? Not here. Trash. I can't imagine it would be. It'd have to be on the desk here somewhere, right? Look through the information provided in the police folder. No, this is all medical stuff. That looks like police folders to me. Man, where are the police folders? Hello? Anatomy. No, this is just, chemicals. That's tools. That's a picture. Man, I am struggling. These look like papers. Look through the information provided in the police folder. Well, oh, here we go. By the... Okay.
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years.
Oh, Toby. Alright.
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
Okay.
The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man.
Dang. Okay.
He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
Okay.
Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket. That's it. It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
Okay. Well, I found some right here.
Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. It's in here somewhere.
Well,
Aha! There you are. I knew it was here somewhere. As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame. Voila! Now we move on to the next step, looking for traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Alright. I am confused why he's talking to himself like this, like there's someone else in the room, but alright. What the hell is this? Guess that's nothing. Oh, wait.
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite, probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
Frostbite? Where the hell do these people live?
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite?
What I find interesting is there's a scar right here, but oh, now they allow me to do it. Okay.
The boiler-healed wound looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
Okay, nothing there. I mean, this looks pretty gross, but what else are we looking for here? Oh, he's got a he's got a shiner on top of his head here. Let's take a picture of that.
That's something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
Alright.
In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Pin photos to the board. Got it. Is this the board?
Some of my previous cases, a reminder of more prosperous times.
Wait, ain't this a blackboard? Okay. Perform autopsy. Okay.
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife. Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife. Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay, as you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
I get who he's talking to. He's talking to the video now. I get it. Alright.
Scalpel, scissors,
Wait.
syringe, magnifying glass, knife.
Looks like there is a concern.
I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
So I don't pick it up, I just go look at it now? Alright. Oh, okay, I got it. I'm getting
Which
there.
spot first?
Let's go ahead and get this shiner out.
I
of
can
the way.
confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
Okay. Let's see.
Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
Alright.
It looks like a burn mark, no doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case. Definitely a painful mix of
Yeah.
frostbite, abrasions, and
Yikes.
blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all. So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds,
Man,
but only
those are
one
ugly
serious
feet.
injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
Highlight the previously found wounds on the clipboard. Mannequin. 4 spots. Shift.
First, I mark the location of the injuries and make notes for each one. So, the head wound. Definitely an important clue. This is something we'll investigate first. Even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record it.
Alright.
We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite.
Maybe on the hands, but not
If
those
Toby's
feet,
body
man.
was
Those
cold
feet
for
were
a
bad.
prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of. Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head. This is of no interest to us. Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic.
Okay.
The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list. We still have one thing left from the basics: rigor mortis.
How do I do that? Tools. How do we perform that? I don't think they told us. Maybe I just put that up. No.
Well, we take our deceased by the hand.
Yeah, I censored the weenus there, Lilu.
Gradually we raise it. Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
Okay.
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw. The cut is made from ear to ear.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh shit. Man, this is really detailed.
After
Wow.
this, we remove the skin and the top of the skull.
Okay. Oh shit.
After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section. Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
Okay. Okay. Let's cut this brain up.
Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Wait, I don't get it. Dissect the brain. Okay, how do we... Oh, shit. You really have to... Oh, man, okay.
So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
That's a nice pink brain. Mind flayer, perhaps. I don't see any tentacles growing out yet, aside from the one that's censored there. Alright, return to the autopsy.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Okay, so since the brain looked fine, that little shiner on his head had nothing to do with it. Got it. Okay, now what?
Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs.
Brain is okay. All
I
right.
grab a scalpel from my kit. The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y.
Okay.
We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Man. Okay. Here we go.
All right. Now we peel back and separate the skin.
How do we do that? Empty hand. Okay. Whoa. Wait, was that enough? Try that again. Okay. Do we open? Oh, there we go. Man, this controls are a little touchy. Okay.
Now, we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Hey, GL Plays, how you doing today? This game is a trip. Select loppers. I didn't realize it was going to be so, well, I mean, I don't know how accurate it is, but it's pretty detailed. Select loppers and remove the ribs. Okay, select the loppers.
Quite a satisfying crunch, for some anyway. After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs.
Alright, begin a thorough lung. Alright.
We can see widespread black and tarry deposits caused by smoking cigarettes.
Damn. It's like one of those smoking commercials.
Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
He kind of trips out a little bit now and then. Maybe he shouldn't have took those pills at work.
What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples. Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder.
Whoa.
I'm interested to see the concentration of vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse.
Alright.
5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it.
Oh no.
But from the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge, but before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
Ha ha ha. Wait, notebook. Office. Wait. We're going to the we're going to the office without taking our gloves off? Can I see my gloves? No. Got the apron on. So I'm just gonna grab this notebook with a, body part slime all over it. Okay.
This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
Didn't I say something about that just now?
Let's get back to the examination.
Okay. Let's get these little drippy drips in
We
here.
put all of the samples into the rotor.
Wait. Oh, okay. I just snap them right in. Easy. Easy peasy.
Now, we set the appropriate time and speed.
Correct. How do I know this? Oh. 15 minutes, 70%. Okay.
Okay, let's roll.
Gonna tell us if old Tobias was a boozer.
Oh shit. The fuses again.
What the hell?
Where were we? Oh yes, the blood alcohol concentration. Let's see what we've got here. Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
Or his favorite cologne's alcohol, huh? Okay. This guy,
Let's go further. We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart.
Alright.
We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
Alright.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size is normal, healthy, pink color, and as expected, the stomach has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside.
Oh boy.
We will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out.
Oh, see, I'm getting it. We go to the cutting board here.
We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. No, this is too much for me. My pills, they should be in the bathroom. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
What the hell is... Talk about a personality switch. What the hell just happened? He was about to have a fit there, and now he's fine.
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
Okay, we're going for the intestines.
Pills. I need my pills.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's go to the dirty bathroom to get your meds. Alright. Oh no, man, you didn't take your gloves off. Did y'all see that? He's been in that dead body, messing around with, lungs that have from a smoker, a homeless person basically, with all these innards on his fingers. He just popped those pills in his hands with gloves and ate them. Man. Maybe if you washed your hands a couple of times, a day, you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't need those pills.
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck. At first glance, the trachea looks normal. Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray.
Oh, it's jiggly. Alright.
While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision.
Okay.
To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen. And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing. Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back. Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
Well, that solves it. Alright, let's get this guy the hell out of here. Wait. Was it decide the appropriate manner of death? I did that. Oh, do I have to sign it? I'm confused. Oh, accident. Sorry. I should be
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature.
Alright.
The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up. For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
There we go.
And then, we sew the deceased back up.
Needle.
I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Is that it?
Beautiful. Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Alright, see you later. Wait, why is it... Oh, there we go.
God, I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Head to your car. Alright. Am I gonna take the gloves off, or I'm just gonna smear that dead body juices all over everything?
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
Alright, day one done. Oh shit, what is this? Sit back for a minute. The hell? Okay, that wasn't too bad. Wait. Whoa. Oh wait, was that the prologue?
Forgive me. What? Christ.
That solves it all.
What a
You see
dream.
that spaghetti on the floor?
Fuck.
That day-old spaghetti. So I'm not too surprised about his gloves now. Let's take a look around here. Ring, pen, earrings, money.
It's always good to have something for a rainy day. Till death do us part. I wasn't able to support her through this. It was a miracle that the coffee didn't wash off the writing. And that she said yes.
Wait, hold on.
It was a miracle that the coffee didn't wash off the writing. And that she said yes.
Okay.
She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck.
Is that a knife? Looks like a knife. Well.
I really need to get this laundry done. So much light everywhere.
Okay, Polly.
Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork. I'm fed up with it.
Well, it doesn't seem like you do anything with it there, Polly, because it's just stacked up. What's this? This photo. Perry. Oh, is this all the places they went? Oh, nice. Wait, what's this? I can't get to it. Maybe. What? Huh. Maybe it's on the other side of the
An
wall.
indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these. I'm not in the mood for music lately. I'm not in the mood for music lately.
Huh. Wait a minute. These aren't the same person. I think the same lady. Maybe that's the mom.
They certainly have more will to live than I do.
Oh god. This guy's gonna be fun. Oh, can't read it? Steven and Alice are doing well. We bake cakes, go to the forest, and once a week their uncle takes them fishing. A change of environment is good for them. You should join us. The kids really want to hug their mom, Marjorie.
The view isn't spectacular, but why does that car look familiar?
What car? You talk about that van? You can barely see it through all this morning haze out there. On the downside, you're getting old. On the plus side, unlike me, you won't start going bald. Happy birthday. This must have happened pretty recently if he still has all these pictures of her around.
The remnants of last night's binge with Steven. I'm not sure if it's still edible.
Jesus. Is this milk on the counter too? Man, this guy is disgusting. I mean, dirty dishes, old food on his bedroom floor. Look at this. Beer bottles, food. I mean, an ashtray right by the bed. I mean, come on now.
Alice didn't like this portrait.
Wait, take your pills in the bathroom. Man, I'm sure taking a lot of pills. Where is the bathroom? It's here? No, this outside. Wait, does he have one of those places where it's a communal bathroom? No, that must be the bathroom. Let's shut that.
A pill a day keeps the defective Jack away. I think I'll take a piss at work. At least their toilets will have been cleaned.
Are you sure about that? That's not the same bathroom I saw. Jesus.
It's a shame these won't help with my hangover.
What's he got in here? Toothpaste?
The fucking phone.
Body mist? That must have been hers. Well, I mean, he could have liked flower body mist. There's a whole lot of it. What is this? Toothpaste, more toothpaste, body balm, lots of creams and lotions, hair gel. I'm coming.
Okay. I know I'm late. I'll be there soon. It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I
Did
didn't
y'all hear
recognize
that?
you. I thought
It's you.
I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it more calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't
It's
talked
you, Charlotte.
since,
I don't want to talk to you.
you know.
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, how can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask, do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Oh. Okay.
Errands, how about you
sure.
clean your house?
Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
You too, Charlotte. It was nice to hear you. Well,
Freaked myself out. I had a
that
bug
was a bit
crawling on me.
unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
Fine. Okay. Find a photo of Alice in an envelope to send to Charlotte. Wait, I just took those pills now. I don't need more pills.
Time flies, and probably doesn't have to get up to work.
Okay, no picture in here. Didn't we just see a bunch of pictures?
It hurts too much to look at these, but I can't throw them away. An indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these.
Maybe... Not that one. This one's not bad. Obviously, none of these are the ones that he wants to part with, because they would have.
Menu for today: dinner in town and takeaway coffee.
Where are these pictures? Oh, maybe, give her the one that Alice didn't like.
Alice didn't like this portrait.
Find a photo of Alice and an envelope. This one? I guess this is the one. Or not.
It's been almost a year.
Okay. Where are you? Photos, photos, photos. Oh, maybe this one. No? Nope. Maybe this one? Oh, I found an envelope. This is the envelope, right? No? Man, I am confused. Where the hell is the photo? Help me find the photo! Where are you? Can I crouch? No. Man.
I still feel uneasy. At this time, Alice would probably be sitting here reading a book. The remnants of last night's binge with Steven.
Seriously,
I'm not sure if
where
it's
is
still
this damn
edible.
photo? Oh shit. Let's send her that. Let's send her that poster. Come on. Help me out here. Nothing but documents.
It hurts too much to look at these, but I can't throw them away.
Well, how am I supposed to get a picture then? I need a picture. Oh, here we go.
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam.
Well,
It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long.
1976. 11/25. Okay. 1976. An envelope. Now, where's that envelope?
It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer. Okay, time to go to work. I'm seriously late. I should grab some coffee and aspirin on the way.
Hopefully, I locked my door. Do I take the elevator? Oh,
These
nice.
fluorescent tubes are brutal.
Floor. There we go. Man, that was a quiet elevator. I thought it just closed the door and I was stuck in there somehow. Alright. Usually the post boxes are on the first floor, right? Yeah, here we go.
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
They don't have outgoing mail right there.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Maybe they'll finally fix that door.
Well, maybe there's a mailbox on the way out. Oh man, we have to go through the alleyway. Get a wriggle on. Okay, this is a garage. Is it just me or is this, it's not, I haven't found it too scary yet. I mean, cutting up people's kind of creepy, but it's not really. Okay. So I'm missing something inside. I have to be. Where's the dang mailbox, man? Alright. Mailbox. Let me in.
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
Oh, maybe Tobias was sleeping there. Yeah, I don't get it. Come on now.
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
Huh. Let's go back outside. There ain't gonna be a mailbox out here, but maybe I go to my car? Put a letter in the mailbox. Oh, I see it. You see this? It's inside behind a fenced parking lot.
I hope this helps, Charlotte. Okay. All done here. Time to go.
There we go.
Huh? Damn. I forgot my jacket. Well. I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad. Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
Wait, let me see where we are. Oh, he's in a medical examiner office. Okay, it's not a morgue. Okay. Alright.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
The timesheet, Handman.
Wait. Remember to sign. Well, won't let me sign. Sorry. Well, gotta get to work.
Some corpses have more personality than this guy.
You don't say. Coming from you, that's saying something, I'm sure. Wait, go straight into the... Okay. Oh no. Oh, go to the office. Okay. Office. Dirty bathroom. Oh, there's my office.
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I'd better check the answering machine.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... This, I I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. Ah, I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet. Due to a lack of preparation, this time the lecture will be improvised. I don't understand why you can't just smoke outside.
Well, yeah. Did we or did we not see cigarettes right outside your bed? Like on your nightstand? Why are you complaining about this guy smoking at
I
work?
guess it was in another life.
Oh, there's a muffin.
Birthday.
Oh, that looks good.
I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
Alright, let's go. Don't think I can sprint either.
Ah, man. I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again?
That's low-key kind of creepy.
I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later. And that's the whole point. Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, Police folder.
Alright, let's see what's going on.
Ah, yes, Samantha Barker. Now remember, there's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this. Found in her own apartment by police patrol. Officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days. When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show.
These look pretty real. The social security card and driver's license.
After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play. The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment.
I think that's everything.
Well, let's see what settled this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This time, we don't have to focus on the clothes too much. However, there are cases where a clothing analysis can lead to the cause of death.
Okay.
Okay, Now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time it will cease being embarrassing for you.
Got it.
First, we photograph the whole body.
Alright. Let's get that in there.
And now, any suspicious looking marks or wounds.
Got it. See, I can't tell when these are, you know, some of this is rot just from decomposition or if this is actual.
Yes, I've seen this many times.
But he's not going to tell us what it was. Feet? What's going on with your feet?
Well, well, there's even more here.
You gonna let us in on the secret here? Oh man, that doesn't look good. What is this? Oh, I totally missed this neck part. Holy shit.
Interesting. Very uneven. We need to investigate this.
Okay, that bruise, that's taken care of. The feet, oh, the stomach. I totally missed the main one here.
You don't get such bruises from a normal contusion. A few we will need to look into here.
Alright, let's get the, let's see what we got. Autopsy. Got it.
Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look.
Pull out the magnifying glass. Let's take a look.
Some
at the
furrows
neck
have
first.
imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was, undecided. The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
Jesus.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues. And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue.
I think the last thing is her feet.
More numerous blisters. We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down.
Okay.
Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle or perhaps the result of iron
Hey,
deficiency.
Wanderer. I don't think so. Mortuary assistant seems to be kind of more of a horror game. I thought this was horror, but this is very detailed. I haven't gotten very far into this one, but it looks like it has the same theme, but we'll see if it gets like supernatural like mortuary assistant did. But so far, the only commonality is, you know. Yeah, so did I. Yeah, when I put the horror tag, I thought it would be scary too, but I haven't been scared yet. He had one weird dream, so. Oh yeah, mortuary assistant was the best. But hopefully,
On the neck of
we
the
get through
deceased,
this a little
we
bit
can see
more. Maybe
clear
we'll get a
furrows,
scare or two.
indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death. Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating or whether it could be some kind of internal bleeding.
What was else? Her hand? Yeah.
In general, such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions, but due to the place of occurrence, this should be excluded. The most likely cause of such skin changes is the high concentration of barbiturates in the body. Although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggests that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning.
Yeah, it gets real detailed. You pull out a bunch of body parts and sew them back up. It's pretty interesting so far.
The examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. Potential attackers could have left traces. A severed spinal cord, trauma to the larynx, or trachea will verify whether the hanging was the final nail in Miss Barker's coffin. After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something. I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary tests, to be checked in the lab later. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis. But first I'll check for external traces. For this we use the good old UV lamp.
Alright.
I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty. Torso. The left hand seems to be fine. Right hand clean. Legs. There's nothing here. Well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand. And we check for rigor mortis.
Okay.
Again, the hand falls freely. After yesterday, you should know what this means. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one. So, I'm starting the internal inspection.
I hear you, Wander. Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, barbiturates? What the hell is that?
I dissect the skin of the deceased. And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with yesterday's body,
Ooh.
the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue.
Yeah,
Now for the ribs.
Yeah, she's definitely got
What
some
do we
goop
have
in
here? Or rather,
Yeah.
what don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take much. My wife was constantly banging into furniture, walking into door frames. That's a wonder she never broke anything. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe. Just to be sure, I'm taking samples on 3 organs: the eyeball, the heart, and the bladder. Analysis will rule out, or confirm, alcohol poisoning as the cause of death.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, this game's so detailed
All
that
done? I'll transfer these to the
I could
centrifuge.
probably work at a as a medical
What was it?
examiner
15, 70,
after I get done with this game.
10, 75?
It's 15 and 70, I think.
My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
Wait, did I leave my notebook in the office? Ah, Jesus.
Maybe one day I won't need my notebook.
And again, you still have gloves on, just opening up
Numbers have
that
never
cadaver.
been my strong point. It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries. I'm lucky Alice always forgave me.
Alright, let's put these in here. 1, 2, 3.
Gently does it with this old thing. Handle with kid gloves.
Pretty sure. Let's double check that though. Yeah, 1570.
I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out. The laboratory is already open, so... Fucking hell! Ridley! Mr. Ridley!
Oh shit.
Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it. I'll do it myself. I swear there was a flashlight in here.
Jesus. Yep. I really cannot see anything though. This game gets really dark.
A considerable collection.
I can't see a dang thing. I don't know how I'm gonna find it. Am I gonna have to adjust the settings? I mean, is it just me? Because the text at the top for the next step is bright, but I can't see a dang thing on screen. Come on. Oh, well, there's the exit door. Check the breakers on this door. Office. Bathroom.
Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway.
He sighs a whole bunch too. Jesus. Came in from here. That's the exit. That's an exit. Oh, here we go.
First the right, and then the left. And voila. What? What the? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace?
This guy sighs a whole bunch.
Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve? Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Did the
Yeah, I hear you on
centrifuge
that
trip the
one.
fuses again?
Yeah, eventually everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew. How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Holy fuck. Jack, turn on the radio.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Was...
Spit it out, man.
Steven, was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was,
here we
wasn't he?
go.
What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. They want me on site.
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long
Calm
night.
down, Jack. Pills. I need my pills. You heard him, Jack. A serious accident. Lots of victims. He's definitely dead.
Please don't take your pills with the gloves on again. Take them off. No.
Yes. Nothing's going to happen. Christ. I've got to get back to work.
Jeez. I know. Every single time.
What?
He don't wash his hands for nothing. And he wonders why he's always got headaches.
Technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I need to. Fucking hell!
Okay. Maybe, some of the barbiturates in her goo that you still had on your gloves got into your mouth when you went and washed your hands. I mean, it could happen. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, centrifuge.
Alright, let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap. And miraculously, yes. The samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
Place the samples into the rack. Rack. Rack where?
A considerable collection.
Yeah, the only other thing is they don't really let you know where.
Alright, let's load this up.
There we go.
I placed the test tubes in the rack. Now, just take 5 milliliters from each. Precisely.
Oh, okay.
And the next.
Okay. That's a good question, Wander. I have no idea yet. I don't have any idea who Red Pete is.
Five more.
But I have a very strong suspicion we're gonna find out. Alright. And this is super detailed though.
We put the prepared sample into the machine. Let's see what we have here. The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death, just slight inebriation. I can return to the body and continue the rest of the examination.
All right.
The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death. However, remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body. It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating its rate, and dilutes the blood, which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident. Also remember that alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs in the liver, which I'll now look at in more detail. First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body.
There's that word again.
That's enough. I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my
Oh, thank
luck with
God.
the centrifuge right now.
I didn't want to do
Now I'll
that
remove the
centrifuge
liver.
again. Liver, that's the liver.
No lesions. However, it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ. The weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged.
Okay.
I'll move on to a cross-sectional study. Perhaps the enlargement is the result of early cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly. I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure. No steatosis or cirrhosis. The liver is actually quite clean inside.
Alright.
The liver is basically healthy. We already know that the deceased didn't abuse alcohol. The question is, what about drugs or other substances? I move on to the heart. Oh. At a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack. The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged, not from alcohol poisoning, and the heart looks like it has collapsed. So, I guess we need to go to the centrifuge and check for these barbiturates. The last time I saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. I better check the data in my notebook. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So, he took another pill. He forgot again, and took another one. And another one. Until he took the last. Alright.
Not the centrifuge again. Alright. Let's get this thing going. Set the correct values and start mixing. Speed. Wait, what? Pipette. Glucose. Yeah, that's... Oh. No, I only have two samples this time. Oh, it was set to 10, I think. Let's see if that worked. Oh, do I have to take 3? Set the correct values on both dials. It's at 15. It's at 70. Presence of alcohol in the blood. That's alcohol. But what about... Oh, change page. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Barbiturates, 10 minutes at 75. Got it. Got it. That's what it was. Alright. 10 minutes.
We close the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again.
There we go.
It looks like our luck is in.
Alright.
We can take the samples to the lab now. I wonder how she was able to get hold of these drugs. Okay, 2 samples this time.
That's true.
6 milliliters each.
6 milliliters, okay. Alright. That'll be 12. Oh. Gotta stick it in there, Jesus. Alright.
Well, let's see how much of it we find. Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital metabolites of hepatic origin. Looks
no
like
idea
I'll
what
have
that
to
is.
check the contents of the deceased's stomach.
Wait a minute.
The tests showed that the collected blood contained enough barbiturates to cause cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach. Before
Yep.
extraction,
Lock those
I
doors.
ligate the entire organ
Close
to
those
prevent its
windows.
contents from spilling out. Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection. Normally, the stomach and intestines are full of surprises.
Oh.
But not this time. We see remnants of undigested
Look at all those
food and a
pills.
dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident.
Those pills are huge.
Length and width normal. No obvious pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in the stomach of the deceased. The direct cause of death was probably an overdose. I'll check the rest of the organs. Lungs are normal, no lesions. The victim was probably a smoker, but was unlikely to be in any serious danger. The deceased's trachea is normal. Complete patency. The deceased's intestine is normal. No clear pathological changes. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain.
That's right.
I make a cut to open the lid of the victim's skull and remove the brain. Brain is normal. No obvious lesions. Alright. I need to dissect it on a board. Using a knife, I carefully cut through the brain tissue. I peek inside a bit, and... I don't think there's anything worth noting. As expected, the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial, but who knows? Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw. I think the goggles were in the desk drawer. Oh, they're out there. Alice. Saw. I need saw. Fuck. I don't see it here. Oh. I know. I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning.
Oh boy. Nothing good ever comes out of the basement.
Mr. Ridley, I need a key to the basement.
It's in the social room.
Why is the key lying in the... never mind. Thank you.
Hey, Hammond. Did you hear about the convoy? Well, maybe you'll get a chance to relive your glory days and catch Red Pete again, huh?
Let's hope there won't be a need for that.
Oh, I get it now. I get it now. Red Pete, he's a medical examiner. He probably worked on something that put old Red Pete away.
If only he could put that much enthusiasm into his work. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses. Please, may this be the last trip.
Oh, he's a little ball of sunshine. Alright. How do we get to the basement? Head to the basement. Yeah, pretty much. Do I have to go outside? I don't see anything else.
Fuck. Why did the prison convoy have to get into an accident? Jack, take a deep breath. Deep, pleasantly cool breath. You're nearly finished with the autopsy. Then you can go home and rest.
Here's a bigger question. Why is... Why is the basement access only from the outside? Wait, what's happening? Nothing.
I'll take the saw. Fuck! It's jammed! Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here? Damn hatch. Damn Red Pete. Never again, if only.
Right? Oh, Jesus. Imagine if you have BGM in real life. Yeah, I wonder what mine would be. Oh. He must have got scared from that. I'm like, dude.
It would be easier if I put things away properly.
Well, self-accountability is the first step. Good for you. What's all this? Oh, he eats down here?
Ugh,
Jeez.
damn student lectures and their fucking props.
Alright. Not only am I, messy, I don't like to close things after myself either. Okay, we'll just leave it wide open. I think that's a great idea. Wonderful. I'm sure nothing's gonna happen to us because of that. Can I at least close this door? Alright.
And like clockwork, he's already sleeping.
Maybe I should do a counter for the number of times he sighs.
Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to revealing the spinal cord.
Oh. Okay. Crap. Ooh.
The spine is removed. I can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased. Ladies and gentlemen, almost over. Now, to sum
Fake
up
challenge.
and tidy away the body. The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates. Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic materials indicating that death could have been the result of an attack. Third-party involvement must be excluded. Autograph, and we can start sewing. In the 1950s and 1960s, the use of barbiturates for suicide was actually quite common. I think it was most talked about after the death of Marilyn Monroe.
Oh wait, I gotta do the neck flap first. There we go.
At home, it was a help and comfort. On death row, a farewell to the convicts. Well, we're done for today. Thank you for your attention. Tiring day. I can feel those hunger pains coming on. I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way. Gloves in the trash, leave the apron for cleaning. Now I can go. Camera. I didn't turn it off.
I'm here. I can turn it off. I guess, I just like complaining about things and still. Okay. What? Oh, wait a minute. I think I.
A nightcap will do me good.
Wait, where's my office? I want to grab. Is that my office? Can I take this?
Maybe later. I'm still hungover, and it might tip me over the edge. Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh boy.
I guess there are actually two things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude.
Look who's calling the kettle black. Well, pessimistic Polly over here.
Alright, maybe 3 things. My whiskey on the rocks when I get home. So cold. I guess I should have brought my jacket to work. This block can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet. Almost there. Stephen didn't want to go out for a drink tonight, so I'll drink my whiskey in the company of my TV. Shit. I forgot the muffin. Well, Ridley will have a nice treat for the night. I'm sure he'll be his happy, thankful self tomorrow.
Forget the muffin, did you? That's interesting, because I vaguely recall trying to pick it up before I left. Yeah, I think you're right, Wander. I definitely see some strong similarities with Mortuary Assistant as far as
What?
like the protagonist and
What?
like.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
But I loved
Oh
it.
shit.
I'm sure of it. Who the fuck did this? I don't have anything valuable. Oh god. Oh god. What am I supposed to do now? Money. They must have stolen the money.
What's this? Okay, the door's closed. Good.
Fuck!
See, you still got spaghetti on the floor.
Great. That's all I need. Ooh, what if it was Red Pete? Where? I need my pills. I can't get my thoughts together.
No, that's outside.
Okay. I'm gonna have to report this to the police. Christ. Why did the neighbors not report anything? I'm calling Stephen.
I think Steven, his friend, is actually a police person.
Stephen?
Now, Jack, I told you, I'm going for
Yeah.
a drink with you for another
The
night in
writing
a row.
could have been
That's not
stronger,
why I'm
yeah.
ringing. Although I could
I mean,
do
the
with
voice
one.
acting's
Someone
good,
broke into my
but,
apartment.
What?
There's
Did
nothing
anyone
wrong with
say
the voice
anything?
actors.
Have you
They're
called
doing a
the
great
police yet?
job. It's just
No,
the script
I
you're
don't think
given,
so.
you know?
Anyway, no one contacted me. As for the police, I'm calling right now, officer.
All right. Do you want me to head round? Look for any trace evidence?
I don't know. No, I guess not. Honestly, I don't have the strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie
Someone was
down.
just in your house.
Are you sure? Because it's no trouble at all.
Jesus.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know. That's probably some stupid joke. Only money was stolen.
Money? From Alice's box? Oh, fuck. Listen, I can come over. I have the key. I'll drop by, do what I need to do, and you go get some sleep.
No, don't trouble yourself. Lately, I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know and call the police.
All right. Just make sure you close it tonight. If you see anything weird tomorrow, let me know. Whoever did this may be watching you.
I don't think anyone is dumb enough to come back.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Stephen. Sorry to bother you again. I've just been all over the place lately.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night.
Yeah, what's tripping me out is someone just broke into your house and you
What?
don't want the police to come by? Oh, that was weird.
I guess I should clean this shit up. Where to start? Shit. The glass in this thing needs to be replaced. To be honest, I could leave it like this. There you go. I still don't understand why Alice liked this painting so much. Maybe I could barricade the door with this.
Yeah, I mean, now you're thinking.
I should pack this thing away. I have no interest in DIY at the moment.
It has to be, probably Morticia with no friends. I mean, possibly.
Now I'm sure I won't get caught up in these papers. Alice's family should really have some of these.
No one, with a lick of common sense would just sit here and... I mean, he'd even check all his rooms thoroughly.
What a mess.
There could be
Now, if
someone under the
only I
bed.
could blame this on the burglars.
And this spaghetti, it's been here for 3 days. What probably happens, they probably saw, they grabbed the money, saw the spaghetti in the house in disarray and took off.
I'm glad this didn't break.
Oh,
Jack,
shit.
why?
That's enough for now. Ugh, I think I'm just tired.
Yeah, see, this is his room on a normal day. He considers this, you know, standard. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too different. Yeah, exactly. Until someone else checked it out, or unless I combed every inch of the house, including closets, no way. I would just go to sleep in here.
Oh yeah, I should take my pills.
Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate that. More pills, man.
I feel like it takes me forever to finish these things. That's enough. Ugh. It will never look clean. I need to quickly change and finish getting ready.
Man, he wakes up defeated. He's already tired. Oh, man. Change your clothes and leave the apartment.
I'm gonna be late for work again. Got my keys, got my files. Check.
That wasn't intentional, but that was pretty funny. I'm gonna have to watch that back and take a look at that. That's pretty funny. That the notification popped through the window. Okay, go to your car. Alright. I think I have about
Remember
one
to
of
close
these
the door
left.
properly, Jack.
One day more left in me.
I'll ask the neighbors tomorrow if they saw anything suspicious. Ugh. I wonder if Ridley fixed the coffee machine.
Well, that's nice. Great poster to hang in a partially. I mean, who? Wow. Classy apartment. No, this is the way to the car. Alright, let's see who the victim is today.
Maybe a bit optimistic. I'd better grab a coffee on the way. I'm exhausted.
You just got
I
to
wonder
work,
who
man.
Stephen brought in today. Good morning, Mr. Ridley. Oh, he's not here yet?
Oh, shit.
No, I'll deal without him. I hope he... Oh, come on. He was too lazy to even wheel the gurney to the autopsy room.
Wait, am I supposed to wheel this?
Almost there.
Very suspicious.
Now for the tough part.
And I wouldn't be
Body
pushing this.
needs to be moved.
I know he's dealt with
Where's Ridley when you need him?
he's dealt with a lot of bodies, but I would still be poking this bag first. I don't care how many years I've been doing this.
Alright. I just need some gloves and my apron. Then I can get to work.
What's your apron, man?
I'm going to need my tape recorder for this.
We didn't put it up last night, so why is it, you were complaining about it still being on. So why isn't it there?
Huh?
Hello? Shit. Fuck. That scared the shit out of me. Hello? Okay, no one's in here. Social room. No, it's not in here either. Okay, the camera's usually right here. Who took my camera to start the voice? Oh. Voice recorder. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping in, Wanderer. You have a good day. Thanks again for the follow.
Autopsy dated November 22nd, 1991. 7:32 p.m. Led by Dr. Jack Hanman.
Look through the information. Okay, yeah. Police folder
I begin by
forgot.
verifying the identity. It's most likely Harper Lloyd, age 35. Found in a well-owned house by her neighbors Leonard and Dorothy Chelsea. Reported missing for a week.
Dang.
Firefighters found the body after the Chelsea family began complaining that their tap water tasted strange, and at one point had begun to smell and turn a dark color.
Man.
It is also known that the deceased was diagnosed with affective bipolar disorder. Harper was placed on drug therapy, which she dropped out of fairly regularly. During her treatment, she was under the care of her common-law partner, Richard Benson, professional truck driver. The last person who had contact with the deceased was her partner. Harper's last message read as follows: "I'm gonna take a shit in their stupid well. Then we'll see who has the last laugh." Nice one.
Hey, I mean,
Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with her neighbors. The constant parties and subsequent brawls made living in the area nearly impossible, especially when Lloyd's partner wasn't around. I proceed to open the bag and check the state of decomposition. The most important task in forensic identification of a drowned person is to distinguish whether the death occurred before or after entering the water.
Said I was gonna take a shit in your well. Well. Whoa.
Okay, that could have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes so as not to damage the skin. Once the deceased was found fully clothed. I'm going to need the camera to document all possible suspicious marks. Definitely the first thing that stands out is the very advanced post-mortem gigantism. The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is extremely pale.
Okay, 6 spots. Ooh. What's this?
Post-mortem markings are seen on the underside of the body. That is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased.
Yikes. Ooh.
There are bruises and hemorrhages on the neck. These usually occur due to increased inhalation when fighting to breathe underwater.
Oh man, she was in there a while. Look how wrinkled her feet are.
The so-called washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water for a long time.
See? What is this?
There are some obvious scratches on the skin.
Oh, you don't think that missing eyeball's an issue? I mean...
The skin on the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove.
Are you sure there's nothing on the face I need to take a picture of? Wait, what was that? Wait, what? Is that the leg?
It's
Man,
likely
I'm
that the
glad I got
deceased
the
was lying
nudity
on her
sensor
back when
on.
she was fished out.
Alright.
So, after the preliminary exam, it's time to take a closer look at this.
Alright.
Today's date, the deceased was clothed. Rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of decay,
It's,
you can be sure it has subsided.
medical research there, Lilu. Medical research. Gotta take a picture of everything, and it just so happened that the feet were an interesting topic to warrant a picture.
Where to start? We see thick, white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema.
Oh, man.
Foam
Is
is a
that her
characteristic
tongue?
in deaths due to drowning.
Oof.
There are obvious scratches on the skin, especially on the back and hands. These could be defensive wounds, evidence of some sort of altercation prior to death.
Her feet were wrinkly. It's proof. Water.
The spots have a purplish blue-red
I
hue,
stand by my
which is a
statement.
typical sign of the death of the organism.
Okay. Oh god, we're gonna have to examine the
No
feet.
obvious signs of struggle. The skin on the hands would have easily peeled away from the flesh.
I'll save
Some
that
of the
one for the
fingers have
last.
already lost their nails. Yep, pretty typical. Liver mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins.
Alright, here we go. It's what y'all been waiting for.
Due to the fact that the deceased was wearing shoes all the
Look
time,
at that.
her feet are in better condition than her hands. Nevertheless, we can still
Wow.
notice a clear, wavy skin and the so-called washerwoman's skin texture. Okay, that's probably enough to indicate a direction for further examination.
Alright, let's get that clipboard out.
I'd better note that down in the records. Marks found on the neck and foaming at the mouth are typical signs of drowning people. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about this liver mortis. Hands heavily wrinkled from submersion in water, typical washerwoman's skin. Diffuse spots are caused by blood rotting in the veins. Considering the deceased's penchant for drinking alcohol, it could have been a mere accident.
Alright, that's a whole lot of information. Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the sixth? Oh, there we go.
Those abrasions appear relatively fresh. No healing or scarring is visible. Their distribution suggests that the victim was probably lying on her back when fished out of the water. Liver mortis of a different color could indicate poisoning with carbon monoxide, cyanides, or nitrates. However, this is not the case here. In this case, the question is, was drowning an accident or of suicidal intent? Maybe it's just an abrasion, or maybe the result of a fight and being pushed into a well. That's all for now. Before I begin the dissection, I'll make sure the suggested identity is correct.
How do we do that?
The suitcase with the fingerprint equipment should be around here somewhere.
Is it in this room? Oh, here we go.
Oh, here it is. With decomposing bodies, the tissue of the pads of the fingers tends to shrink. To remove these shrinkages, a mixture of glycerin or air is used. If the body of the deceased is well preserved, fingerprinting is similar to that of a living person. The fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible.
Alright.
I'm going to conduct a dactyloscopic examination. If in fact the deceased is in the police database, I will find her. Glycerin is injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger. The substance then enters the fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles.
It's insane how detailed this is.
Now I take a brush. Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink.
Nice and inky. Oh, I gotta do the palm too?
I think it's enough. I'm
Are you
getting
sure?
fingerprint samples.
I don't know. I think we need a little bit more. Just a little bit. I don't want to do this a second time, so we're gonna make sure she's nice and inked. I'm sure she ain't gonna mind.
In
There
the
we go.
case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand like a glove when you take the print. I'll use the fax machine to add the print into the system.
Take the fingerprint. Oh. I couldn't have kept it in my hand. Okay. Fax machine. Oh, right here.
Green button, and...
I remember those.
Once the data uploads, I'll
Does
run the
anyone know
prints
they
against
still
the
have
police
fax
database on the
machines?
computer.
Wait, compare the fingerprints of the computer. Oh, okay.
Great. The data is there. Click upload. Now, go through the database and find a matching print. Expect possible hours of fun.
Wait. That one. Yeah, that one looks. Input database. Compare. Yeah, it's this one. Oh, okay.
One more. Analyze button.
Jeez, man. The detail of this, though.
We have a result.
There we go.
Everyone has a story to tell, even if it's just a police record. So,
Oh, man.
as predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out and attach it to the medical records.
Wait.
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding up my work. Great. Now I can go back to my inspection.
Alright, let's cut her open.
I'm adding the name of the deceased. I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain. A needle inserted through the nose will do the trick. If the victim was alive when she fell into the well, she must have swallowed water fighting for her life, and then diatoms, characteristics of pooled water like a well, got into the body. In the meantime, I'll check the sample under the microscope. I'm sure that these algae traces will be found in the samples taken from the well where police found the body. Now I need to adjust the knobs properly, and place the diatom in the center of the slide. Diatoms are single-celled microscopic algae.
Okay.
The aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these. It's not a... and perfect. It's not a dirty... and perfect. It's not... and perfect. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus. And it's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid. And perfect. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid. And it's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus.
Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for here.
I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great.
Oh, what's
This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. And it's not a dirty and perfect.
How is this perfect? Oh, what's this?
It's not a dirty lens and perfect.
Okay. Still don't. Oh, what's
As
this?
expected,
Yep.
we find the aforementioned algae in the solution.
Ah, thank
Their
goodness.
upper part, epitheca, which overlaps the lower, hypotheca, is clearly visible.
All right.
The presence of diatoms in the brain samples taken indicate that the deceased was certainly alive when she fell into the water and was possibly conscious. Since there were diatoms in the brain, it means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest of the organs will most likely confirm this hypothesis.
All right.
I can finally get to the practical part. I must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here.
Yeah.
You can immediately see a very large swelling of the organs. In addition, all internal organs are very congested.
Why is this not closing? Come on now. There we go.
I proceed to remove the rib cage. It's easy to see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So, I'm going to start by drawing blood from the lungs for testing for diatoms. If diatoms were only present in the lungs, this would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the perpetrator wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way. Now, I remove the lungs and proceed to their examination. Taking the lungs in my hand, I feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity, which is the result of water emphysema. In addition, there is significant swelling of the organs, and as a result, we have a nice imprint of the ribs. The emphysema itself, it's clear how far it's progressed, which is characteristic of drowning.
Biology. That is definitely not what we were looking at there.
Corpses found in water are worth examining with a tomograph. However, I can't count on such luxuries, so I must reach for a more archaic technology. A bucket and water.
Alright, bucket, here we go. I have no idea what he's about to do. Whoa. Who is that?
Who has anyone been here? I hope no one dipped a mop in it. It's best to go to the lab for this.
I love how he just completely changes his tone of anxiety there. Wait, where am I going? I think he said the lab.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy shit. Where am I supposed to put this? Perform a drown test. I don't know where where I'm supposed to put this. Oh, maybe get some water from the bathroom.
Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide.
What's that noise? Well.
The water should be at room temperature. That's enough. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water. This checks if there is air in the lungs. And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring them here.
Alright, let's go grab the lungs.
Of course, such a study isn't without flaws. Air may have entered a newborn's airways during resuscitation attempts. Gases released during In this case, however, it's about something else. Namely, the amount of fluid in the lungs. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water and wait to see if they fall or if they will float on the surface.
Okay.
Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily.
Alright.
Fluid could have entered the lungs during panic attempts to catch breath underwater, but it could also be the result of bacterial infections or cancer, so further investigation is needed.
Let's cut them open.
I move on to dissecting the lungs of the deceased. You can hear the distinct, very unpleasant crackling of the tissues being cut through. The parenchyma is remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface. All right. Now, I will check the collected fluid under a microscope. If we find 20 diatoms on the slide, it can be considered drowning, and our result is not false positive due to possible contaminations. Let's see, although I expect we'll find them easily. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. I'm finally starting to see something here. I won't even notice an army of diatoms. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. And perfect.
Well, I ain't seeing them yet. Come on, diatoms. Where? We're supposed to find 20. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
As expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them. There will definitely be more than 20 of them. I'll make a note of all this. So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning. Well, the procedure requires me to check everything anyway. So, I move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart, and then remove it for inspection.
Ligate.
Strongly developed putrefactic hemolysis of the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that, no signs of a heart attack or other heart disease. I move on to the next organ. This time, It's the liver. It's immediately apparent that the deceased didn't care for herself. Like most organs, her liver is enlarged and severely congested. The beginnings of cirrhosis are visible in some areas. I transfer the
Okay.
organ to a board and proceed to dissect.
I wonder why we don't cut the heart, but we're cutting up the liver.
The cross-section clearly shows dilated veins, and many small... I must admit that this is quite a feat, considering the rather young age of the deceased. Harper enjoyed drinking so much that she might not have lasted a few more years. I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing.
That stomach doesn't look right.
It looks very turbid. I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged, probably full of putrid gases.
Let's go check
I
it
transfer
out.
it to the board and carefully open it, checking the contents. One thing you'd never get used to is how much this desk smells. Okay, the stomach is full of fluid and unidentified organic matter, which is probably leftover food. So let's check the diatoms. Again, but in a centrifuge for a change. The problem with examining drowned people is being able to show whether the death was due to drowning or whether something else contributed to the death. My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
He's always forgetting his notebook. Just should leave it at that, the medical desk right there. Okay, where's my office again? Oh, here we go. All right.
Okay, this is one last little sample. Now, set.
Oh, we gotta see. Hi, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. Okay, so with this one here, looks like 5 lice. Thanks again for the follow. Looks like we need to set this to 35 minutes and speed 25 to separate the these critters out. All right, 35, 25, 35, 25, 35, 25, 35, 25. That's a quick 35 minutes.
Done. I'll run it directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the police.
Alright. So that's in
I'm
the
certain
lab.
the analysis will show similarities between the fluid and water in Chelsea's well.
many milliliters? 3? Got
Let me think. 3 milliliters should be fine. Okay,
First
now
try.
it's the chromatograph's turn.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look here.
Yes. The water sample matches the one provided by the police.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, the results are quite clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting case.
Careful what you wish for. That's, I'm suspecting why you're scared of old, Red Pete.
More diatoms. Analysis indicates the same origin. Blah, blah, blah. There's little left to do. I'm going to check the airway patency of the deceased. Interesting. Looks like there's something stuck in the trachea. I'm moving to the board for further inspection.
Okay. Let's cut it open and see what's going on. Wait. Our stomach is still there. Oh, wait. Maybe the trachea, we have to use the, tray. Yeah.
I dissect the trachea and open the organ. Inside, I find
Ooh.
a wedding ring. This is interesting. Based on the size, I can say that it's a woman's wedding ring, quite standard from the outside. There's an engraving inside.
It's not letting me take the ring.
What the fuck? But this is my ring. Alice's ring. But how did it, but this should be at home. I have it. At home.
Oh, Jesus.
I have to check this out. Where are my meds? Where the fuck are my meds?
He really goes from 0 to 60.
Jesus Christ! Hope these all make it go away.
Again, pills with gloves on. He just messed with all those organs.
I have to check the apartment. It can't be. Jesus Christ! Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley!
What's all the ruckus?
I need to go home. Immediately.
What? Now?
I have to. Have you seen anyone here this morning? Anybody suspicious?
Oh, there was no one. Dorothy was, but only for a moment, then she left. What's wrong with you, Hammond?
Okay. Thanks.
What about the corpse?
I'll come back, I promise. Jesus Christ!
I mean... There's not really much you
I
can
have
do.
to check
You
this
might as well
out.
finish your shift.
This can't be real. Where is it? Where is it? Where?
forgot. I think it's in the bedroom. Yeah, I think it's in the bedroom in that little curio. Oh,
Please,
who the
please,
fuck is...
please be there. It can't be your wedding ring. It's not here. It's not. I need to go. I need to go.
Jesus.
This is sick. Fuck. Come on, Steven. Pick up the fucking phone.
What's up, man?
They took the ring.
What? What ring? What are you talking about?
They took the wedding ring. Alice's wedding ring.
One sec. You mean burglary? You said nothing was missing.
Yes, I know that. I don't know. I was jittering. Maybe I didn't notice. I don't know, but that's not the worst of it.
Calm down, Jack. Breathe. What happened?
I found it in the trachea of the deceased I was working on. Do you understand? I pulled it out of a dead woman's trachea.
What?
I don't know what's going on. You think Red Pete wants revenge? He's playing with me. Huh? I knew it. I knew it from the beginning this was going to happen. I didn't make it up!
Jack, listen to me. Try to
Whoa.
calm down. Don't leave the apartment. I'll be with you right away, okay? I'm on my way.
What sane person would do something like that? How? And when? When the fuck? Fucking Ridley lets in whoever he likes as usual. What are you saying? Steven? Don't leave me, man. Come on. Fuck.
Yeah, I agree. The voice acting... I mean, the voice actors...
Okay,
good. They're good. It's
calm
just
down.
unfortunate.
Just calm down.
You,
I need-
you only are as good as your
I need a
material,
drink.
I think.
Jesus.
Good direction, I
What's
guess.
going on?
Oh, here he goes. I wonder what that does with all the pills he pops. How that whiskey's gonna sit.
Just one sip more. Yep. Jesus. Just one sip more. Okay.